Hi everyone, this is Ms. Cowan. This is still chapter 1. This is problem number 6. It says to select all the sets of numbers into which the following belongs. So we have the square root of 141 and we have the square root of 131. Okay, so let's start with the square root of 441. If I were to put that in the calculator, the number 21 times 21 is going to give, so the square root of 441 is 21. 21 is part of the real number system, so I could circle that. 21 is an integer. 21 is a rational number because I can write it as a fraction. If it's a rational number, that means it's not irrational. 21 is a whole number, and 21 is a natural number. Okay, so that takes care of 441. Okay, so I'm going to erase all this. Now I'm going to look at the square root of 431. That number is not a perfect square, so that means it is not rational. This number is irrational. Is it a whole number? No, it's a decimal that doesn't terminate and doesn't repeat. So it's not a whole number and it's not a natural number. An integer, no, it's a decimal that doesn't terminate and doesn't repeat. So it is not part of those other groups. It is, however, a real number. So by change, it says, how and why does changing just this one number change the set of numbers to which it belongs? Well, by changing any of the digits, if it makes it be not a perfect square, so then it's going to not be part of some of the other sets of numbers. All right, so look at your numbers that you're given on your study guide and please do those. Okay, we're on number 7. Question number 7. It says the number line shows 4 points. They're labeled A, B, C, and D. Are the following statements true or false, and why? So the first one says the square root of 65 is to the left of point A. Well, first we got to find out what is the square root of 65, and that is approximately 8.062 with several dots. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 8.25, 8.5, 8.75, and I have 8.06. So is the square root of 65 to the left of A? Yes. A looks like it's about 8.37, 38. And that number is definitely smaller. All right, so then the next bullet right here says the square root of 100. Well, the square root of 100 is exactly 10. So this is saying between C and D. Is it between C and D? It's not really between C and D. It's exactly at C. So I would say no, because it is exactly at C. The next bullet, third one down, says, is the coordinate of point B more than the value of the square root of 82? So we have to calculate the square root of 82. and that is approximately 9.05538, and so on. What is the value at point B? Well, here's 8. Let me erase some of this. Here's 8, and here's 10, and the value of B looks like 9.25. Do you think this number is to the right, meaning it's larger than 9.25? No. 9.0558, that is smaller. That's to the left. And then the fourth bullet, where would the point signifying the value of the square root of 90 lie? Excuse me. Square root of 90. Well, square root of 90, see, is 9.486, and so on. Okay, 9.46. Well, this right here is 9.5, and this is 9.75. So I would say the square root of 90 is going to be pretty close to right here. And I'm going to draw an arrow. Okay? All right. Well, that takes care of question number 7. Please make sure you do number 7 on your paper. Okay, this is question number 8. This is the last question that we have. It says, Mr. Franco gave his students a project that was worth 100 points. Jared earned 93%. So Jared 93%, which equals 93. So Jared would be right there. Jade earns 183. So if I used a calculator and divided it by 200, I'm going to get 91.5. Jade, 91.5. So I'm looking at my chart. 91.5 is in between 91.4 and 91.6. Jessica earns 24 divided by 26. Who is that? Jessica? Which is 92.3. 92.3 would be in between 92.2 and 92.4. And then Jocelyn earned the square root of 8,299, which is 91.0988, which would fall 91 point, it's close to 91.1. So this is Jocelyn. It says to show your work and be sure to label the points. Okay, so each of those I labeled with the student's name. I did do work in the calculator, but I showed what I ended up getting from the calculator, and that's showing my work. All right, please do number 8 on your paper, and we'll see you tomorrow.